Happy New Year, everybody. Grateful for our another sellout crowd on a Friday night, Fiserv Forum. Where else would you want to be? Marquette Mom's Night, Lisa Joplin with a terrific rendition of the national anthem. She asked if she could sing it. We were getting ready to get on the bus after playing Xavier, and you're in such a good mood if you went on the road. I said, done. But she didn't have to audition at all, so she did great. Just proud of our guys for hanging in there. This was a hard game. Creighton, they make things difficult in a lot of ways. Kalkbrenner's a very unique player on both ends of the floor. But I thought our guys, defensive activity and aggressiveness won us enough possessions to win each half by 4 points. There's a ton of possessions that we'll look at and want to do better, but we had some really good possessions as well.
You guys often talk about Stevie shooting the cover off the ball in practices and drills and everything. How nice is it for you to see him, the way he's shooting the ball this season, and especially in the first half today when they had Kalkbrenner on him and he got some open shots?
Well, we knew that they'd put Kalkbrenner on Stevie, Zade, or Trey. It's a sign of respect for Ben Gold, sign of respect for Job, Royce. And that's just a strategy that is rare, but it's that Creighton employs. And, I bet you if they go back and they look at it statistically, it probably made sense for them tonight, based on the stats. But Stevie made some big ones. Zade made one, and then we were able to get some of them back on the offensive glass. The one thing is if Kalkbrenner's man is shooting and he's closing out on the three-point line, then he's probably not in there to rebound. So, we got some back. We'd like to have more than 11. That's something that we're trying to build. But again, the defensive end was the end where we needed to win this game.
Regarding that defense, 7 for 31 from three. Kalkbrenner only 4 of 11. He usually makes about 2/3 of his shots. Just what were you able, both inside and outside, to kind of?
Yeah, just activity. We want to be disruptive. Creighton has a unique lineup. They've got Jackson McAndrew, who's a very, very good player at 6'9", 6'10", playing the three. They just have a big lineup. And the ball's in Ashworth's hands a ton. So, man, he's got some stamina because he didn't come out very much. And I thought the way that our guys, tried to make things difficult on him was really good, but he kept attacking. He was like the Energizer Bunny. And 10 assists is impressive, with the hand activity that we had with him.
Back here, Shaka. You talk about needing to win this game on the defensive end. You had that 12-0 run in the first half. I don't remember exactly what the run was in the second half, but it was kind of capped by Stevie having those back-to-back steals. What kind of are those sort of the sequences you're kind of talking about?
Yes.
The team needed tonight, and what does it do for you when Stevie's doing what he generally always does?
Well, we come up with roles for each guy on the team, and the players. We're one of the few teams that does this. Shows how crazy I am. We let the players come up with each guy's role. And so for Stevie, one of the elements of his role on defense is the players call it head of the spear. He's the head of the spear. And he's just got this energy that's unique to him that nobody else has. That particularly when he's kind of in that Stevie mode that is superhuman. And he covers so much ground, both on the ball and off the ball. There's one time they threw the ball across the court, and he just came out of nowhere and grabbed it. We're gonna miss him a lot when he's gone. So I'm telling myself in moments like that, make sure you appreciate it.
Royce had a big first half. What stood out to you most about his development so far?
He's a good player. He's one of the youngest. He's by far the youngest guy on our team that's playing. in our rotation. Josh Clark's very young as well, but he's redshirting. Royce didn't turn 18 until July. So Stephen Ashworth's 24. Kalkbrenner's been in college for a long, long time. I believe both those guys are married. Royce is on the other end of that spectrum. And I think the one thing that's stood out to me more than anything is he shows no fear. No hesitancy. He's not met a shot that he doesn't like. But I thought he had some really good aggressive plays today. And he's also really making strides defensively. So proud of the progress that he's making. And Demarius's one basket was about as impressive of a basket as we've had all year with that left-handed tip dunk. He's different.
In the first half, Creighton had that 10-0 run. You guys responded with the 12-0 run, continue that into the second half. And then Creighton kind of came back and cut it to 4, and you guys closed it out. Just what did you guys like about your team's response to adversity throughout the game? Yeah,
there was a lot of runs both ways. I think both teams, Creighton and Marquette, showed tremendous response to the other team making a run. Creighton deserves a lot of credit for coming in here, sold-out crowd. We go on the run that we made end of the first half, start of the second half, and they didn't blink, and they really kept attacking, hurt us in transition, hurt us with drives, hurt us around the basket with Kalkbrenner. But our guys showed really good resolve, and I think probably a big part of the reason we won the game is that we did not allow our spirit to slip when we missed shots. Holding them to 23% from 3 is a significant feat. That doesn't happen if when we miss shots, we get bummed out and we start feeling sorry for ourselves and moping around. You can feel it a little bit in the building like, oh, no, we're missing shots. And that's, human nature reaction. But when you're out there on the court, you don't have time for that. You have to keep your spirit at an all-time high, and you got to help your teammates do the same. And, again, that's why we won.
You kind of touched on this earlier, but just about Creighton's height, especially like Kalkbrenner and McAndrew, how were you guys able to shut them down so much and keep them from playing off their game?
Man, we had to climb the ladder a few times. Just effort. David Joplin had a phenomenal possession where he was fighting in there with Kalkbrenner. He gives up about 8 inches to Kalkbrenner, but he was fighting and scrapping and clawing and trying to keep it out of there. I mean, the best post defense is not allowing them to catch it. That's hard to do, the way they play and how aggressive he is. Then when he does catch it, you just have to, it's kind of like playing against your older brother. He's bigger than you, he's stronger than you, he's taller than you. You got to go up and get it and be aggressive. Sometimes we were able to, sometimes we weren't. Thank you, guys.